Alright, YouTube, this is a little bit of a different video as far as tackling crypto. So, we live in an awesome time. BlackRock is finally in balls deep in crypto. I'm going to play some non-copyright music so you guys don't get bored with my talking. But BlackRock is fully into fucking crypto, and he is about to just make, I say he like it's an individual. This shit's about to get real. It is about to get real. Shit's just so fucking annoying sometimes. Shit is about to get real. I ain't even gonna bullshit you guys. Y'all gotta understand that this time that we are living in is extremely important. It's extremely important for you to understand that we have a limited window. There's a limited window for small people like us to become wealthy, right? So if you were in crypto this last bull run, you probably got a taste, maybe a little bit of Dogecoin, and you had your first little taste of money. That was a multi-billion-dollar token, market cap wise. You think that we aren't prepared to go balls deep into all of these low market cap tokens before they go crazy? Look up ASI, artificial super intelligence. I want you to focus your attention on all the AI portions of what is happening. When we start pouring money into these big institutions that are managing AI, I fucking can't! The fuck do you mean this ain't fit? Bitch. You motherfucker. Bitch. It's fucking hot in here, bro. And I'm cooking. I'm fucking cooking right now, so I'm bugging. Charging our battery. Anyways, I'm just gonna chime in and let you guys know we are living in a fucking awesome time right now. An awesome time to be into crypto, to be into this fucking narrative. You have the ability to change your life. Things I'm invested in right now. I'm invested in AGIX. I'm invested in Ocean Protocol. I am invested in VXV. I am invested into Fetch. I am invested into XRP. I don't hold a bunch of XRP, but you know, you got to be a little delulu. I'm not an XRP guy, but I'm looking for shit that is going to pop the fuck off. No big cap market tokens, or no big market cap tokens from here on out. Y'all want to make some fucking money, you have to make sure that you are living in accordance with, one, God's word, making sure you are prioritizing him over these finances, and for two, making sure you are investing into the narrative this bull run. Start looking it up. What is the narrative this bull run? Everyone's talking about it. AI, gaming, and what else? It's up for you. It's up to you. So if you want to start accumulating right now. Yeah. Prices right now look fucking shady. The crypto greed / fear index is starting to neutral out. So part of me thinks, hey, this might be a great time to buy. So I'm going to be injecting about $3 more grand into this shit. I'm excited, man. We're going to have an amazing bull run, and hopefully our lives are changed. When you run into this crypto, set aside, I'm serious, set aside 30% for taxes, right? Say some crazy shit does happen. You don't want to go splurging on these fucking liabilities and then fuck yourself out of everything. There's gonna be a lot of people that get rich off of crypto. They're gonna make their first $4 million, $3 million, which ain't shit. They're gonna make that money and then they're gonna squander it away. So don't be an idiot. Don't be going out there and buying a Lamborghini, a McLaren, or a $100,000 whip that you don't need. Don't be buying a $500,000 house that is going to eat you alive in taxes when you aren't working. What is the definition of freedom, right? You have to figure that out for yourself. My definition of freedom is rocking the same clothes, chilling in my jeans, whether that be sweatpants, not rocking designer shit, not flexing, not popping out, trying to go crazy. My definition of wealth is being able to travel anywhere I want. If I want to go hop on a plane tonight, I will be there in the morning. That's wealth. That is wealth right there. And not having to worry about clocking in. If you don't want to go to work, you don't have to, right? If you're like, man, fuck this. But if you're going to work just for some extra cash, let's go. That's what we are after. So define your definition of wealth. Define what you are truly after and hold yourself accountable to that, right? If your goal is to cash out 5 million this bull run, make sure you're writing it down. Make sure you are doing the necessary work, so when you hold yourself liable and accountable for that, it will not cease. It will come quickly. Boom. So I'm just here to let you guys know we are living in an awesome time, and you have the ability to change your life this bull run. So don't stress, don't geek, just let yourself know that everything's gonna play out, everything's gonna come, you know, within due time. Everyone's out here trying to flex and show that they got money when they really don't, right? I got hit with the crypto scam over about $40,000, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm not playing with no hot wallets. So it's time to lock in and do the real necessary work, okay? Live with a purpose, live with that investment of yourself, right? Take that time to invest in yourself. You know, a couple $1,000s isn't gonna do it, but maybe a couple $10,000 will do it, right? 20 grand, 30 grand, right? And the right tokens. And yes, if you were just starting out building wealth, some people say 100 grand isn't a lot. If you've never had a lot, 100 grand is a fuckload of money. A fuckload of money if you know how to not squander it, right? There's people out here that couldn't live their life without making 6 figures because they lived that upper lifestyle. So the goal is, where are you parking this money? Is your family going to be well when you go to park this money in a high yield savings account? When you go to park this money into a CD or bond or something that, fuck bonds, honestly. You want something that's going to be paying you every month. Every month you want to be paid. And are you going to be buying real estate? Are you going to be accumulating triplexes, quadplexes? Are you going to be finding a way to have residual income, something that's going to be coming in every single month? Because that's what you're after. You're after replacing your check. You don't want to live off of, you don't want to be scratching your head and be like, well, I got all these fucking payments and I don't want to, this money supply is running low. You cannot live like that. Assets, we're buying assets, right? 10, when we hit about, for me, right, say I hit about 27 years old, 27, 26, my late 20s, I'll be free. And all I can say is all thanks to God, right? So hopefully you are doing the same. You fuck? Are you fucking serious? Are we fucking serious? What the fuck are we doing? All right, everyone, this is Corey. Say hi, Corey.
What up?
So this is my number one cousin. This is the one, I don't want to make any of the other cousins jealous, but this is my number one cousin. This is the broski. Dude is absolutely shredded. I'll put some pictures up here. Dude is absolutely juiced. Do you have a TikTok?
I do have a TikTok.
You do have a TikTok? I'm gonna put his TikTok up here, and we're gonna make it known. Y'all go show him some love if you can, but we'll chime into the next. So, what is the motives of going to the gym? Actually, give people some advice on going to the gym.
Take your time.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. So what are you doing as far as like meal-wise?
Meal-wise?
Yep.
Well, to be honest, not very good.
How many calories you getting? You know, people want to know this stuff. I mean, they're gonna look at your shreddedness.
Based off of what I've been eating right now, I'd say I've been taking about 4,500, 5,000 calories every day so far.
5,000, dude. I can't take in 5,000 calories a day.
Yeah. It's a metabolism.
Yeah, dude. We just got, we have that metabolism, but that's how you get that shredded physique in that regard. And honestly, man, You want to get that shredded physique like Corey, man. That's how you do it. All right, Corey, you got to tell the crowd how you lost your phone. We just found it right there in the road.
So my dumb ass set the motherfucker up here and completely forgot about it.
Is it broken? Here, let's see.
Oh no, it's in perfect condition.
Damn! Hey, let me see that background, dog. Dang.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
That's cold, bro.
Art
hey,
build.
What version of Android is this?
Oh fuck.
And
I
that
think
phone
this
case?
Is S24.
That phone case? Hey, OtterBox, man, y'all got a good brand. So, it is currently, just now, coming off work. It's 1:42. Tommy's sitting out there, and this place is all right. I can't even complain, bro. I forgot my fucking tripod, other than my Gunga one, the one that holds, the ones that I can take pictures with in the gym. I don't even know if I'll be going to the gym this trip. So, y'all are just gonna get fucking raw, shitty content is what you're gonna get. I just washed this hat too. And here we are floating on my fucking head like I'm a frat boy. But yeah, man, we boss hog on candy, really just chilling. Yeah, man, I don't even know what to tell y'all. Other than this is about to be my life for the next fucking 6 days. I was off for about 3 days, and we were playing with our cryptocurrencies. ASI, I ended up ordering me a new ledger. You know, crypto's doing all right. I can't really complain about it. It's not doing too bad. I won't show you guys too much. So, I'll show you guys. And, oh, motherfucker. Alrighty, so let me set this thing down real quick. We are currently getting ready to go to get something to eat over here in St. Charles. I was walking this general direction, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I don't walk that way very often. I was watching a YouTube video. It was kind of speaking on, you know, the game of life as far as like following God is, and you know, Jesus, right? I've kind of figured to myself that I haven't fully committed my life to God or my life to Jesus in fullness in idolatry type of ways, right? So I've learned idolatry is, it can be anything, right? When this video was speaking to me, I guess, it was talking about there's these things, these coins that we can pick up over life, and some of those things might be things that we turn into idols. And one of those things, when it was saying that, was money. Part of mine was finances. Part of mine was seeing how much money could I get until I fall to my knees. You know what I mean? So I've always kind of put money, this sounds terrible, but I've always kind of put money above God. I've always tried to, and this is hard to admit, this is actually really, really hard to admit, but you know, I'm the only one that can admit it. I've always put money over God, and I've always wanted my work to be my hard work. I've always wanted the money to show that I did these things. It was more so I was turning myself into an idol. Now, it's funny because when you look into the world that we live in today, I'm carrying around a camera. What am I turning myself into? I'm trying to turn myself into an idol. I don't want myself to be an idol. And maybe that's something that I had to learn beforehand, right? I'm not speaking in the regard of, ooh, I love myself. I'm speaking in the regard of, I wanted people to look up to me. I wanted people to see the way that I walk and walk in that direction as well. But my direction isn't fully leading to Christ. So if I want to, you know, put something out there today, give your life to Christ, do it well, you know, invest your time into God, pray in the mornings, man. Dude, I was almost tearing up this morning just thinking about it. I was like, God gave me the ability to wake up today and learn something new. To be a part of His magnificent creation. And I don't want to live my life thinking that I got it all figured out. Dude, I ain't got shit figured out. And so if you can learn that day in and day out, you'll be all right. So don't turn yourself into an idol. Learn to walk the way Jesus did, right? Give yourself to Christ today. A lot of people don't give themselves to Christ immediately because they're scared of what people will think. I've always been scared of what people think as well, but when you finally get to that point where you don't care anymore, you start looking at other people and you start seeing Christ in other people, it's beautiful. Now, I'm not preaching, I'm not telling you how you should or shouldn't live your life. I always claim I'm not a teacher, but I'm here to tell you, dude, I'm here to tell you that God has opened my eyes. He's opened my eyes to certain aspects of my life that I don't normally see. So, learn to appreciate the small things in life. Learn to listen to all this noise. When you start trying to do something right, when you start trying to preach something, it's like the world decides to be all noisy around you because that's something that you're trying to get your message out. When you're speaking wealth, when you're speaking abundance, when you're speaking love, when you're speaking what needs to be heard, the world gets noisy. Yes, I just went under a tunnel, but it just so happens I was talking about this certain subject under the tunnel. And a lot of us are going through tunnels in our lives. We're going through tunnels where life is so noisy, where life is just getting so caught up, and we want to just quit. And, you know, like portions of me, man, I live some of my life and I just get so fed up and I want to say fuck everyone. Pardon my language, you know, that's something I'm working on. There's parts of my life where I just want to say screw everything, and, you know, that's where the idolatry comes in. So learn not to idolize. Learn to appreciate what you have in life, because it can be taken away at any given moment. That's another thing, dude. Some days I get a little nervous about walking past people and, you know, talking my stuff, right? But anyways, we're going over here to the streets of Charles. They got a lot of good food over here. One of my favorite places over here is First Watch. They got a lot of good breakfast food, and I don't know if it's like, if they have it all day, but First Watch is really good. Woo! Look at this Supra over here. This thing is clean. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get some footage of this. But yeah, man, I've always, you know, I've talked about idols. I want nice things in life. I can't even lie to you. I've always wanted nice things. I see people with, you know, things like this, and I'm like, man, that's cool. But as long as you're just observing it, you're not coveting, right? Don't covet. And I've fallen victim to that. I've fallen victim to being covetous over time. So just learn to appreciate, you know, the stuff's around you. Once it gets around you, don't worry about it, you know? So anyways, we're gonna go get something to eat, and I'll chime back in with you guys. Man, I couldn't pass this up. Dude, I don't know why all the cars are out today, dude. It's only, today's Thursday. But yeah, look at this, dude. You don't see a Viper very often anymore. You know, usually normally pretty rare. Very rare occasions I do see a Viper. I want to go to some of the car meets here in Columbia. There in Columbia, you know, they have some of them, but they're not like seeing stuff like this half the time. But yeah, man. they do have cars and coffee there in St. Louis, and they do pop out things like this. Here, hold on. I need to get a quick thumbnail. There we go. What's up, YouTube? Man, it is a good day. I just kind of wanted to chime in with you guys and let you know what's happening with my life. So today was not necessarily a day off, but became a day off pretty quick. Today I ended up going to the hospital today. Because out of nowhere, I was leaving my house, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, I start losing vision in my eye, right? Just absolutely gone. And so it started being like fuzzy at first, and then eventually it was just gone. And then I had like a mental break. Now I'm starting to think this is because of my job. You know, the mental stresses that carries along with this job, you know, the lack of sleep, the random hours throughout the day, you know, not knowing if you're asleep or awake. And there's been times I've jerked up out of my bed thinking I was on a train, and, you know, like I bobbed off or something, right? So, you know, there's the dangers in that. So we ended up getting an IV. They ended up doing a little bit of a brain scan. They said everything checked out. I didn't have a stroke or anything, but the eye thing, I really wasn't worried about it. I'm like, oh, it's just probably maybe like eye strain, mental stress, and didn't think anything of it. And then the next thing you know, my left hand side of my body starts going numb, and I start freaking out. And something that like tied into this, I thought I was dying there for a second. I was walking, I couldn't see my flowers where I went to go plant my flowers, and I start walking, and then I start running, and then I hear like the crowds cheering over there as far as you know, the stadium, or not stadium, the ballpark that was next to where I was at. And I heard them cheering, I was walking, and then I started running, and then I heard the train horn blasting in the background. I'm like, holy shit, I'm asleep. My body is asleep, but my mind is like, or my mind's asleep, my body's awake. I don't know, I was running and sprinting like I thought I was getting ready to be in like a head-on collision. I was trying to wake myself up. Like I thought I was asleep. That is a scary thought. When you think that you're asleep, when you are alive, waking and walking, you know, it's hard to distinguish, am I here, right? That is, you know, scary. So if anyone has any question about if the railroad is a good job, if you want to sacrifice your mental, sure. Physical body, you know, if you don't want to sacrifice your physical body, it's a good job. But as far as mental, I mean, I just fucking snapped. I had plenty of sleep and everything. It's just the cycles are messing with me psychologically. So I just kind of wanted to tie this in. I don't care if this gets me fired. I don't give a fuck. I want y'all to know the facts. I had a mental snap. I'm 22, and I do not need to be having stresses like this, you know, and I want to document this so you guys can see like what I've been going through. I recently invested about, you know, this is tailing off into something else, you know, fuck the investments, fuck everything, you know, your health is everything. So you will not be wealthy if you are not healthy. So take that into consideration. If you're stressing real hard, if you see the pressures of social media, the shit we got going on in today's world, man, health is wealth, man. So just wanted to chime in and let you guys know, man, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves, take care of your body, and, you know, show God that you're truly grateful for your life. Anyways, I love y'all. We're out.